Hello, my name is Tevin Golding, and this is my sprint review for Neo Luck. I guess we'll start out with the tasks that were not complete. Uh, I would like to be able to swing the hammer so that picking it up feels more immersive. I was not able to complete that task. I would like to fix the hammer UI, uh, falling out of whack. Um, on higher levels other than level 1. I was also not able to finish that task completely. It only works on certain levels. Still can't figure out why. I would like to add a save instance to the game so that the player is able to respawn with the items they picked up. I kind of finished this task. It's like I was able to find a different way for that to work. So um, even if the player is able to pick up some dog tags or what have you, when they do pick it up, all these points and stuff get to a certain part of the level where they can die. Let's see. Come over here. Alright, so the main area where the player is able to lose their life over here. There we go. And then that checkpoint over there. But if we want to hit it up stairs instead. 2 medicines. And then if we die now, you'll see we have 2 medicines and 80 points. And we lose. So now we lost all our medicine and our points. However, since we have a points spawner over here, we have unlimited points we can get to finish the level simply by just collecting the points as they respawn. And then if you take those points upstairs, there's also a hammer spawner upstairs. Take those points upstairs. You're able to use the medicine spawner to spawn more medicine, and that works infinitely as well. So even if the player does lose, they're able to, or lose their life, they're able to still win the game by utilizing the spawners in the level. So I have a hammer spawner, a medicine spawner, as well as a points spawner, all of which need to be utilized in order to win the game. So that's why I'd say it's kind of like a half-complete task. Beyond those, I'd like to add a rotating trap that I have to time correctly to get past. So that would be on level 2. Um, that's interesting. Hold on a second. Okay. Rotating trap. And this is the rotating trap. And if you time your jumps correctly, you can get past that without getting hurt. I would like to add more player feedback to the enemy, so when they receive damage, so that the player sees more of an impact. I was able to impact on the construction of the turrets. I was able to add this pulse static or material instance, so that the player sees when the turret is being destroyed that it's about to be destroyed, or rather, it's being destroyed. I would like to add more player feedback to the landmine so that the player is more aware of the danger they are approaching. I also added the player feedback to the landmine as well. And I put that the pulse material instance on those. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. So when the player walks over the mine, it'll pulse black and red and also make a sound to show that it's about to explode, giving the player a chance to slip past them without too much worry. But you have to be aware of the splash damage as well. Depending on how far they are from it, it'll hurt a certain amount. I would like to add more player feedback to the landmine. Okay, put that one. I would like to remove all print strings and visible collision blocks from the game so that the game is more of a finished level. This one's a bit harder to show, but throughout each interaction, as long as you don't see a print string saying something, it should be fine. As I play through and show you everything, you'll see that one in action. I would like to add more player confirmation dialogue to the main menu so the player is able to confirm or deny a change. The only one that I really added this one to was the quit game, because that's the only one that I thought really needed a confirmation dialogue. So you can say yes, you can say no, you can say yes, and it'll actually quit the game. Okay. I would like to add more player feedback to the lasers so that the player is visually set on fire and sounds played to show more danger to the player. So Should I go to level 4? So when the player is hit by, player is hit by these lasers, you hear a sound and you also see an explosion when the player dies or is hurt. I'd like to add more feedback to the gates when they are broken, so that the player has to walk through the rubble, or walk over or through the rubble when they swing the hammer to break the wall. I wasn't able to do this at the moment due to time constraints, but I did add more feedback to the wall when it is broken by adding that material instance, so that the player is able to see some more feedback to it as well. So let me go to a gate. All the gates function the same at the moment. When you go to a gate, destroy the gate, you see the pulse material instance, and then you see an explosion, and you also hear that your hammer has broken to show that the player has destroyed the wall. I'd like to add a strategy to getting the hammer instead of them being all over the place. This is shown by the hammer spawners. That's a strategy to get 40 points. If you have 20 points, you have to find more points in order to destroy the turret, or in order to destroy the gates. So when you have 40 points or more, one hammer is spawned, and then once you have a hammer in your possession, another hammer is not spawned until that hammer is destroyed and you have enough points to spawn another hammer. So even if you have no hammer, if you don't have enough points, another hammer will not spawn. I would like to add a tutorial that reminds the player how to destroy glowing turrets so that the player does not get confused on how to destroy them. I added, let's see this one on level 3. When you don't have a hammer on you, you'll see hammer needed to destroy glowing turrets and a hammer required. A sign that pops up letting you know you should probably find a hammer. You also see you don't have enough points currently. Do have a hammer, you get close to it, and destroy the turret. I would like to add more player feedback to the green jump pads so the player feels more inclined to use them to get around the level. For this one, let's go to level 2. Excuse me. Or rather, we can go to, it's a bit far on this level. We'll go to level 1. Yeah. When I use the glowing, or when I use the green jump pads, they shrink in size to show that the player has already been there and has used that jump pad already. So that size is like an oval. It'll get smaller, and then it turns into a circle to show that the player has already used the jump pad. And it will gradually grow back to the original size. Each time the jump pad is used, it'll shrink and get larger. I'd like to add more player feedback to the hammer. Key items used to open gates, such as creating a hammer spawner that requires dog tags to spawn hammers. Hammer spawner. So for this one, I was able to create the hammer spawner that spawns hammers using dog tags to spawn the hammers. Okay, and make sure one more time. Creating a hammer spawner. Yes, okay. I would like to add more feedback to this speed up, slow down pickup on the UI so the player knows when they are slowed down. So for this one, I'll start over actually. When you pick up the speed pickup, you'll see a rabbit and you'll see a number. The rabbit disappears, showing that you have been sped up. And then for the slow down, you'll see a turtle to show that you've been slowed down. You can see my speed is a lot faster than it was when I first started. Actually, I would be better now. And when you hit the slow, you'll see the slow in the bottom right. It'll show that you're slow, and then it'll show a speed decreased text on the screen. As a player, I want an introduction for the medicine spawner and how it affects gameplay. For the medicine spawner, I was able to add some more text to the medicine spawner when allowed that the player would need a hammer in order to spawn their medicine. When the player does not have a hammer, it'll tell you hammer required, and then each time you don't have a hammer, it'll tell you that. But when you do get yourself a hammer, destroy your hammer and spawn you a medicine. I would like to have more player feedback to the character death so that the character can be seen dying, then reload the level. I'd like to condense the text visible on the screen to reduce visual clutter. For those two, when the player dies, you'll see a death animation. For it reloads the level, can't move, goes to the blue screen, prompt you to try again. As far as the reducing visual clutter, every time you overlap something, the text will disappear. For instance, when I hit this checkpoint, it disappeared. When I hit this over here, points required, it'll go on, disappear, and this over here as well as these doors. When a hammer is spawned, another can be spawned if the player has enough points. The problem is, this was a bug. Problem is they can only carry one hammer at a time, so every time a hammer is spawned, they spin and overlap each other. I was able to fix this one. No, it wasn't part of the assignment, but just wanted to show that again. That once you have a hammer, it'll destroy itself, and you can't respawn another. And that is all. Thank you for watching.